Hi. So this one might be slightly inappropriate. Not completely, okay? There's no F-bombs. But this is the design I'm going to use tonight. I do have a cutout that goes with this too. I love a cactus. And I can't be helped, okay? So this is called Chicks First. Come hang out with me for just a little while. And we will put this together. Let's see. Sounds like Chris might be home right now. That's good. All right. And then we're going to use the Chubby Rectangle. This is a project that we did a while back. And I love this thing because it stands up on its own. Plus, now it'll be double-sided, right? So, can't beat it. I'm going to stick that on here too so I can go ahead and paint it. Keyword setup, it's the word chicks. So, whenever you come on, make sure you say, hey, how's it going? And comment the keyword to get the link, to get all the stuff to make this yourself. Now, this one is a little bit sassy. I'm hoping I have not gone too far. I'm hoping that I haven't. What am I doing for a background, though? That's what I want to know. Because I didn't even think about it. So, we'll do this. We're going to use ash. We're already going to use this anyways for another part of the project. But maybe we can just make the background blend in. And then go from there. Okay, plus it's dark enough to get the overage that I... Let me roll up my sleeves before I get paste on my jacket. Now, luckily, the paste is washable, so it's not a big deal. But I would like to not have to wash this jacket right now, this sweater, because I wear it for a couple days and then I wash it. I don't want to have to wash it immediately. I did learn my lesson, though, with that acrylic paint the other night on my new shirt that I just got in Stone Harbor whenever I was up there this summer, and I'm real aggravated by that, actually. There's a little spot of white paint on it. I mean, there's only one spot. There were like 3 spots whenever I got paint on it the other night, but I should have been more careful. I should have rolled up my sleeves, or maybe don't wear that on a live when I'm painting with acrylic paint, right? But whatever, it's fine. Let's try this. I'm going to do a second coat just to give it a good full coverage background, and then we'll move on to the rest of this. We do need to paint the cutouts and everything. I'm trying to think how I'm going to do it. I think, well, I pulled out some colors, so I'm just looking to see how exactly I want to do the whole thing, because I did make this thing layered. Now, you could just use the background piece and do the whole thing on one, but why would I do that when I could do it bigger and better, right? So I think I have a plan. I don't know. We'll just wing it, okay, as per usual. So nothing's changed. Out here winging projects. I only thought this through about a quarter of the way, apparently, before I started and hit the go live button, but that's all right. We'll get through it together, and then maybe you'll see what to do or what not to do. I don't know. We'll find that out here in a few. All right, so that was ash paste. This is one of the new ones that launched for the fall. And then I'm going to use this Deco Art acrylic paint to paint the bottom of this and the little word cutouts. Okay, this is Strawberry from, it's Deco Art Americana paint. And y'all, there have been rumors going around the different craft pages that I follow saying that Deco Art is not going to be sold at Hobby Lobby anymore, and so on and so forth. I don't think that's true. I have not been to Hobby Lobby recently, but apparently they do remove paint from their shelves now and then to make room for new colors. So I assume that's what's going on. I don't know. I don't know if y'all are on any of those pages and have seen that, but that's what I've heard, is that they're not actually going away. They're just making room. Plus, you can always buy it online too, which I would almost rather do that. Because then I can get the bigger bottles. Because whenever I went, they didn't have many bottles this size or bigger, which is kind of frustrating because I go through paint a lot. So I got a bunch of these little small bottles, but I would rather just have big ones, you know? That's okay, I guess. They're cheap. I don't know. They were probably like $1 or something each for a small bottle like this, so I could buy multiples, and it was fine. But still, right? Okay, I'm going to do a couple of coats. I don't know. I was kind of getting a, like, sort of southern vibe from this. Because, like, an Arizona vibe plus, like, almost like a country vibe. And so I wanted to bring in the hot pink and really make it bright. I probably should have painted the background of this white first to really get a better pink come out. And this paint's a little watery, to be honest. So if I would have thought about it more, I think I've used this pink once before, and it was the same way, where it was kind of not as bright as what the bottle looks like. A little disappointing, actually, now that I'm seeing it, but that's all right. We'll make it work. Okay, I was like really wanting like a really bright pink, so it might be better off using like a chalk paste, like raspberry sorbet would be a really good bright pink, or if you have dream car, that's another really great one, and that's one of the old colors of the month. The first color, or no, yeah, that was the first color of the month, actually. If you're into Chalk Couture lore, that you would know that. But if you're not, I'll tell you about it. Okay, this is that Mossy Meadow. It's folk art. Again, from Hobby Lobby, from my last time I went, whenever I bought a bunch of paint. I don't know, I felt like I needed some gray greens, and I got 2 of them. Really happy with them, but and I have some other grass green colors, but I didn't want to go too bright on the green. I'm not really a huge fan of green, so I'm just splitting this right there where the pot ends and the cactus begins. Hey Tammy, how are you? Welcome. All right. So, y'all, Thanksgiving's next week. What is happening in the world? Okay, I am so confused how this has happened to us, where we've all of a sudden just jumped. It was like the first of the year 2 weeks ago, and now it's basically Christmas. I don't know what's happening. I feel very strange about it. Now, I need to, I don't know, this line isn't very pronounced right there. Hopefully I didn't just mess up by doing that, but now I gotta, alright, I've got problems. Big problems. Okay. Maybe I should just stop while I'm ahead, right? Lay off. Alright. Anyway, make sure you say hey whenever you come on, and you can comment the keyword, which is the word chicks. For this one's just sassy. I mean, it's slightly inappropriate, but it's okay. It's from the After Dark line, and I think you all will love it anyways, regardless of how inappropriate it may be or may not be. Get this thing dry, and then I can pop this cardboard out of here, out of my way, so that I can make room for what really matters, right? Okay, So that's the transfer we're using right here. Now, I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to lay this down. I'm going to wax it. I'm not going to wax it. I changed my mind. Because there's a whole lot of silkscreen on the bottom and not a ton on the top either. But I think it'll be fine. Okay, we'll just fuzz really well. So we're going to start by just doing the entire thing. We're going to use Shimmer Olive for the top, for the cactus. And I also pulled out Couture Coral for the little flower over here. Okay, so we'll do the flower first. Peel that up. And then work on the cactus part. And then we'll move down to the base. And then we do have the words. Okay, so we'll do the base just to have the background because I didn't want to do pink on pink. I want the pink to shine through. And I'm going to actually use this twice because we'll have to come back and do the words too, okay? So I did pull out my light in case I couldn't see through this well enough, which is a good thing I did. I think that's perfect. I'm going to keep my light over here because I'll need it for the words too. All right, we're going to start with, we're going to shart. We're not going to be sharting today, okay? Thank God for that. Small miracles, right? With a little bit of Couture Coral up here for the little flower. And then I'm going to go ahead and pull this up immediately. And I'm going to use my same squeegee, so I need to just, that's good. My coral is going to need some water soon. But not today. I'll worry about that later. I probably need to go through my drawer here and check all of my paste quality and see where I stand on all my paste jars because I have not opened a lot of these in a while. Alright, so now we have a clean squeegee. I'm going to go ahead and just push this back down on the part that we haven't done yet. And go in with that Shimmer Olive. I always like to do a two-tone, whatever, a different color green or whatever on the bottom. And then lighten it up on the top. So I'm grateful to have Shimmer Olive because we don't really have a good green that would really be a whole lot lighter to give me that cactus feel, you know what I'm saying? Plus, I personally like using Shimmer Olive for like Christmas and stuff. Okay, so, ooh, that's nice. I like that. I'm going to set this right back down right over here and go one more time. I don't feel like I did a good enough job over here on that part. So just pull up your transfer slow, and I have a little bit here too that I want to just touch up. Pull up your transfer slow and don't detach it all the way so that if you, hi Joanne, how are you? So that if you do have an issue with your paste not going down well enough, then you can easily just lay that back down, press it down a little bit, and fix any issues that you might have. Now, clean this up one more time, and we're going to use that ash one more time, okay, or twice more actually. We're going to use it down here for the pot, and I'm going to try and do a thin layer down here, and I want to work fast because I don't particularly want to clean this transfer. I probably should, okay? Just because I'm going to use it again on my words, and I want the words to be really nice and crisp. Now, I could stop here and be okay with that, okay? But why stop there when I can go again, right? Okay, so let me just, I'm going to clean it. I can't help myself. I probably don't need to because it's so much silkscreen, but I'm going to go ahead and do it. Just because, why not? It'll help a little bit at least to make sure that we get a good crisp line on the words on our other cutout, okay? And I do always recommend that you clean your transfer. If you're going to use it more than once, clean it in between, okay? Don't be like me and be lazy, but it's difficult whenever I'm working from my craft room like I am and on a live. It's not like I can run to the sink, but you all at home, hi Steph, how are you? Can run it to the sink real quick and do a quick easy clean and be back before you know it. Now, this is the words chicks before pricks. I'm going to fuzz, well, I'm not even going to fuzz it again. I set it down once and that's good. Now, line this baby up. And the great thing about this is the pink color that we put down first is going to be the background of or what's going to come through on the letters. Okay, so basically it's just going to block that part off. We're going to use our ash one more time. And I hope that this will give us a really cool effect. We'll see. And I did not wax any of this, okay? I just fuzzed it pretty well for the first one. I did not fuzz it again because that is so much silkscreen on there. I did not want to have to worry about it not sticking. But that looks pretty dang good, okay? Now, oops. Let me put that away so that I can make some room for myself. It's cute, right? Yeah, I think so too. Dry this really quick. And then we can put it all together. Just make sure it's good and dry. The background here is good. And I'm hoping that I don't regret doing that same gray color, but I don't think I will because there is the outline of pink on here. Of course the green, and it's kind of a moody sort of feel anyways with the kind of muted colors. So that's going to go right on there. And, you know, since we did this the first time, it gives you a guide of where to set that, okay? It is pretty perfect, actually. I still haven't opened the boxes in my hallway. I've got a ton of them, too. There's all kinds of things that have come in. I started ordering stuff for Christmas, and it's all just piled in the hall because ain't nobody got time for that. All right. Set that right there. I'm loving this 3D effect. This is great. Put the lid on. Or else, you know, that tiny little bit that's left in the bottom will be on this desk if I, it's too soon. It's too soon for the lid, but that's pretty cute. I like this. This is super cute. I'm loving that pink flower. Well, thank you, Steph. All right, now get this thing glued on, and I want to make sure that it's right side up. And I think Chris is actually home now. I thought he opened the garage door a minute ago, but apparently not. I hear it definitely for sure now, without a doubt. That is my man. Oh gosh. Make sure it's straight before you start doing things. For the love of everything, make sure it's straight. Anyways, I hope you all love this. And I think it's a fun little girlfriend gift. This one, or you can make a card or anything else, but I think it's super cute. I love you all, and I hope you have a great night. You can comment the word chicks on this post to get the link. See ya.